Garden centres in England will be banned from selling peat compost from 2024.
The move follows a public consultation and is part of efforts to fight global warming. Our environment correspondent Helen Briggs explains.
This dark, wet stuff is peat, full of organic matter and much loved by gardeners for nourishing their plants. But because of environmental concerns, you'll soon no longer be able to buy peat compost at garden centres in England.
If you dig it up out of the ground, this very valuable carbon store is broken down and all that carbon is emitted into the atmosphere as carbon dioxide. We have been working really hard to try and find a way of protecting these peatlands and stopping this use. And there are alternative growing media, and they are developing all the time.
When the ban comes into effect sometime in 2024, gardeners will have to switch to peat-free compost or make their own. But environmental groups say with peat still being dug up in counties such as Somerset, this comes too little, too late.
In the UK, our peatlands store about 3.2 billion tonnes of carbon, so we have to protect that. We have to keep the peat in the ground and we have to keep it wet. However, it's not enough, it's not quick enough. So the ban on retail sales of peat is not going to end peat extraction, and peat extraction is continuing.
Peat mining's been part of British life for centuries, providing jobs and income. The industry's on the wane, but peat is still being extracted to make compost in some places. However, sites are closing, with this old peat mine on the Somerset Levels turned into a nature reserve. And conservationists say these boggy, wet landscapes aren't just beautiful, they're essential in the fight against climate change. Helen Briggs, BBC News, Somerset.